police department in
He's
here?
gotta use the black phone down at the end,
Okay.
by the police department.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta go straight down.
soon as I walked in, that heater was blasting. It was 150 degrees.
In that little rotunda or thing there, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully a little bit later, about an hour from now.
That happens anyways. We'll make it short.
No, whatever. Mondays, I'd rather get over with Monday and Tuesday. Wednesdays, yes, it'll be a nice long weekend.
Naturally, vote just goes.
It will be a nice long weekend.
So that just happens, doesn't matter, of course. Yeah, you don't feel, you have conscious. There's somewhere else, no, the chicken feet eat.
John Carroll. And Kofi's thinking about that one.
Not
there.
Yes, I got
John Carroll, they're all.
He's gonna make it, because he's making bacon. I had two every day.
Kissing group. Where's the kissing group?
Golf side.
Depends on what you're going into.
In Naples. It was, and then when I came up from, even the village, it was like,
Good evening and welcome to the April 3rd, 2023 meeting of City Council. If you would please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, they did that.
Clerk, call the roll, please.
Saunders,
Here.
Spinks. Here. Janudis,
Here.
Fluharty.
Here.
Smith,
Here.
Asbury, Cochee.
Here.
Council, you have the minutes of the work session of March 20th, 2023. Any corrections to that? Seeing none, can I have a motion for acceptance by Spinks, second by Janudis? Call the roll, please.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Janudis,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. You have the minutes of the regular meeting of March 20th, 2023. Any corrections to those? Seeing none, can I have a motion for acceptance by Smith, second by Asbury? Call the roll, please.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janudis,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. No presentations tonight, and under old business, ordinance 2023, we wish to table it, but you can go ahead and read it.
An ordinance approving a community reinvestment area agreement between the City of Bedford and 14735 Holdings LLC, doing business as Cleveland Tank and Supply, located at 15 Hemisphere Way, consisting of 5.8 acres of permanent parcel number 81407-001, and authorizing an execution of that agreement and declaring an emergency. Can I get a motion to table that until next meeting?
Spinks, second by Janudis. Call the roll, please.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Janudis,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Ordinance number 21-23.
An ordinance approving a community reinvestment area agreement between the City of Bedford and Lake Shore Electric Corporation, located at 5 Hemisphere Way, consisting of 7.46 acres of that same parcel, 81407-001, and authorizing execution of that agreement and declaring an emergency.
Motion for, to table by Asbury, second by Saunders. Call the roll, please.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Nudis,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Reports. Mr. City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor. Just have a few items briefly here. Follow up to Councilman Saunders' question at the last meeting. I did get clarification on the Northfield Road Bridge. They're going to be starting in July of '23, and it will not be completed this year. They actually have a completion date of November of '24, although I don't believe it'll take that long. But they are extending it out that far. But as far as the start date, it's not May, it is July. And then once we receive more details, we have not had a pre-con meeting yet, but once we do, I will share further information. Just want to, actually I might be taking this from John. John, I apologize, but I did want to mention that Civil Service met last week, and they did, Jen sits on that and as the secretary, and the commission did certify our lateral transfer list for the police department. So we are going to be working towards filling the current vacancy that we have. We hope to have that done as quickly as possible to bring us back to being fully staffed. Also want to just commend the fire department. They recently were awarded a $5,000 grant that will cover expenses towards new turnout gear. So that was great, as well as our Parks and Recreation Department. They had a very busy weekend this past weekend. They had an egg hunt for the youth that had over 180 individuals pre-registered, families. And then we also had a special needs event down at Ellenwood on Friday night, which was fantastic. Involved movies, dances, arts and crafts, and all of that was made possible through the staff's recent $15,000 grant that was through Cuyahoga County Department of Developmental Disabilities. So kudos to all of our directors and department heads and all their staff for going out and getting these grants, the initiative to go after these grants, and obviously to provide the events that Parks and Rec are. And if you haven't, keep checking this, the program, the Winter Spring Program Guide. There's a lot of new information or new programs that are going to be available. Also, just a reminder, we have the May 2nd, 2023 primary that's going to be taking place. There are 3 polling locations within the city of Bedford, Bedford High School, the Ellenwood Center once again, and Glendale Primary School. This information will be available on our website. If you need to find out where your polling location is, you can obtain that information at bedfordoh.gov. Also, there's going to be some information going out to everyone from NOPEC. The opt-out letters will once again be sent out, and there's also, and this will be available on our social media, we'll post this. NOPEC is hosting some informational meetings. Some of them are in person, but some of them are virtual as well. So there's been a lot of change. NOPEC sent out some information last year, where they turned accounts back over to First Energy for the benefit of the consumer, but they're actually locking into some lower rates again, and a lot of that will be discussed in the letters and at the informational meetings. So check out our social media pages for those times, and those will be beneficial. Lastly, just a friendly reminder, chipper service started this week, and we are once again providing that service the first full week of every month through October. So please, if you need that service, contact the service department to get on the list. End of report.
Thank you. Mr. Law Director.
I just want to wish everybody a happy Easter and the report.
Thank you. Madam Law Director, or Finance Director.
Good, I'll sorts of titles. Just one quick announcement, just a reminder that the filing deadline for municipal income taxes is April 18th this year, for your 2022 taxes.
Thank you. Mr. Saunders.
Get to go first. Okay, I just want to wish everybody a happy Easter. This is a sign of spring finally budding out. Hopefully we're done with the snow for a while. Though, you know, April can be tricky, but you know it isn't going to last if it does get some. But wish everybody a happy Easter and hope everybody gets their families together and whatnot and everybody has a good time. On that Northfield Road Bridge, Mike, they're replacing the joints in the pavement too, so I'm quite sure that that project probably will go the full length of time. So it doesn't surprise me that they pushed it to July when they realized that it was going to be a more than a one-year project. So it's going to be a headache, especially considering Broadway is going to be, we haven't gotten a date on that bid yet, have we?
No, sorry. They're getting ready to award. They did have, they conducted the bids. I included some of that information in the memo last week. There is a chance that we will see some additional expenses. I'm trying to clarify that and see what ODOT can cover out of that, but it should be awarded by middle of the month, and then pre-con will be shortly after that.
That's good. The sooner they get Broadway going now, the better off we'll, or less conflict we'll have between Northfield and that one. But then the Northfield Road Bridge will possibly run into the Union Street via the construction, depending on what they decide to do with that. But that one's still up in the air. But so we're gonna have a lot of infrastructure work here in the next couple of years, which is a good thing because anytime you can get most of it hopefully paid for by others, it does take a bite out of our pocketbooks too, but it's for the better. What's the other thing? Anyway, the chipper service, are our guys grinding them just, or only just the ones that get called? Because there's a lot of extra tree lawn ones, especially with the recent storms, that people are just tossing them out there, and I'm quite sure they're not calling it in.
Yeah, we'll make a pass throughout the entire town, but it's beneficial, and it helps us. Obviously, during storms, we always canvass the town and we'll try to collect debris that's out. But in the months that there isn't a storm, it's good to get the public in the habit of calling, because we can get through much quicker.
Yes, because then you can formulate a schedule and coordinate between which ones are which and which aren't, so. All right, that's it.
Thank you. Actually, I'm gonna go next because I'm gonna steal some of your thunder, Sandy.
That's okay.
Councilwoman Spinks and I were invited this past Saturday to the Ahmadiyya Muslim Church up here on Center Road for a Unity dinner. And I was quite amazed. I've been there before, and they're just great people up there. And they talked about their philosophies. We got to hear from their head person, be like the Pope, only their
Leader.
yeah, their leader. I'm sorry, I forget his name, but they were saying all the good things. And the one guy then was going over some of the stuff in the Quran and said all this peace and all this kind of stuff. He said, so when you see Muslims that are in the name of Allah and they're doing the work of the Quran, he said, and they're killing people, he said, no, that's nowhere in the Quran to kill people. and they're for peace, and like I said, they've been up there since '87, and never had an incident up there. Like I said, great people. And then after the meeting, they invited us to stay for dinner, and home cooked that the wives brought in, and oh, it was delicious. It was really good. Bob got to be there with me. They still do, the men are in one side and the women are in the other, but, you know, that's their belief, so. But we had a great meal, and they said, you know, they need to be a little more visible in our town. Because some people, they see the thing Muslim up there, and right away you get the wrong connotation of what they're about. And like I say, just really, really nice people. They were so hospitable to us. It was terrific. And I also want to mention the Easter egg hunt that Mike did, that there was 5,000 eggs, plastic eggs with little prizes in them, spread out, and they had 3 different age groups so that little kids weren't getting run over by the big kids. But 5,000 eggs, they said go, and within 10 minutes, there was nothing on the field. It was at the high school and the athletic. There was nothing there. It was like somebody came with a huge vacuum. Every little thing was picked up, other than the little markers to divide their lanes. It was incredible to watch these kids go out there, and especially the little ones. I get such a kick out of them. They're picking the egg up and running around with egg, and the parents are saying, no, get smart. But it was a good day, and I want to commend our recreation department. They do a great job every year putting that together. And I want to piggyback on the NOPEC. You know, they took a big risk last year when they took their customers and gave them back to First Energy, the ones that were on First Energy, because First Energy was so much cheaper than what they were locked into. And they took a huge risk that a lot of people were mad at them, oh, they're terrible, but they did what they were supposed to for the benefit of the community, to put us back to First Energy. Now, the First Energy is going to be going up to like 10 cents a kilowatt or something, and they're locked in at 6 cents now. Okay, so that's why the opt-out letter. You're in unless you want to opt out. I'm staying in. I've been a customer in OPEC since they started, and our city sponsors them. It's a great organization, and they do good things. Like I said, it was a tough move to get rid of customers, but hopefully they'll get everybody back, and they do some good things. We've gotten many grants over the years from them to do a lot of energy stuff around the city that we couldn't have done. So, like I say, I personally would say stay in NOPEC. Sometimes they're not exactly the lowest, but they kind of go up and down slowly, where some of these other companies, and there's going to be a lot of people knocking on doors, and they have to have a permit from the police department to go door to door. So if they show up at your door, ask them to see their permit from the police department. Because when they come to my door, I ask, and they always hold up their badge. Oh, I got my badge from the electric company. Well, that don't cut it. Go to the police department and get registered for the protection of our citizens, so that when they come to a door, especially the elderly, and they can hold up the city pass that they're a permit, then people know they're legitimate. And don't ever give them your account number, ever. Because these people write your account number, next thing you know, you're signed up for this, whatever company it is, and they come out with a low rate, and about 2 or 3 months later, they're triple what everybody else is. So be very, very careful about who you sign up with.
Mayor, if I may.
Yes.
There will be some political candidates walking around. They do not need a permit to campaign, just so, but the next month they'll probably be circulating too, just so you're aware, so.
Political and religious do not have to be registered. Anyhow, that's enough for me. Mrs. Spinks.
Well, Mayor did steal a little bit of my thunder, but not a whole bunch. It was honor. I've become real good friends with a couple of the ladies there at the Moss and Jeff. They were still reaching out to Heather because they did not know. They don't follow. They do a lot, so they were sending stuff, and that's probably why they weren't. So I told them to make sure that they reach out to you. They're always looking to do something. The women and the men both are always looking to do something for their community, whether it's giving school clothes or giving and helping out with school supplies. I know they've helped me out the last couple of years. Of course, COVID, stopped a lot of stuff, and they're back in the swing of doing things. They help out a lot. That's what I really love about our city. Is on Center Road a lot. Look, we have a mosque, we have a Catholic church, we have Church of Nazarene, we have a Baptist, we have a Methodist. We have so many, and the new one was that Assembly of God. What's the new one that's up on the hill?
Say Eugene's?
Where's that Eugene's was?
Church of Christ.
Church of Christ. So there's so many, and they all, just like Saturday night when they had, because the mosque doesn't have a very big parking lot, well, the Baptist church next door, they said, sure, use it. It was supposed to be a unity where the last one that I went to, they had a rabbi there, they had a priest there, they had pretty much all the preachers, priests, and all the denominations for this one day of just coming together, of we're all here on earth to kind of do the same thing to help. And it was just so peaceful. And as the mayor said, when people say something about a Muslim, you think terrorists. Well, that's what they're trying to get out in the community to say. And I know there's Muslim kids that go to school, and they're very just kind of understood. So I've become very good friends. Our pastor has reached out as well. So you get again the chance, Jeff, they're always there on Saturday. That's when they have, and the door's always open. The women do go on side, the men go, you go in the front door. And, it was kind of nice, me and Marilyn, the mayor's wife, went, and we kind of liked just being over, and the boys went over to the other side. But there was a mess up. I don't know if you've had Indian food lately. Indian food in Illustrated can get kind of spicy. Well, the ladies had made some non-spicy and some spicy. Well, the guys got the non-spicy and us girls got the spicy. And there was a little bit of sweating going on at 9 o'clock at night because of Ramadan. They had to wait to sundown. It's a whole big thing that they go through. And it was really nice to be invited to do that. So again, Jeff, reach out to them. They're really looking to do things in our community to help out with food or whatever needs to be helped out with. Kudos again to the rec department. Everything they do, they're doing a great job down there. Hats off to everybody that pitches in, and it was real neat. Some of the people from the senior club, they were helping out Saturday. That's nice that they've got them involved, and I believe some of the senior group went to a Monsters game, and one of the ladies got to ride the Zamboni. That was all over Facebook. She was pretty excited about that. Another great thing, if you're at that age, the senior group, Wally B at Seniors that you joined.
I was there. I've been there since I joined.
Okay. Well, I know Wally's a member. It's free meal. Yeah. Let's see. So next Friday, our speaker series at Bedford Historical Society is going to be our very own Rick Bako, talking about artists here, and Rick is amazing. He's done a lot of stuff that you see around the city. I know, Mike, didn't he just do something for the city?
He did a rendering of the old bridge over the viaduct that we're looking to recreate.
Yeah. And Rick is he's our vice president there at the Historical Society, and he's he has done so much with some of the renovations and stuff that we're doing in-house at the Historical Society. If you haven't been there lately, go up there. Because there's a lot of stuff. The gift shop is hopping. Lori's doing a fantastic job. Betsy Lee is our director now. Got a lot of new programs coming up. Speaker series is every second Friday. We're underway getting ready for the car show. We'll be back at the Strawberry Festival. It won't be, we are not shutting downtown down. It's gonna be on the back parking lots, which is gonna be very nice. And, so that's coming back. So that will be June 9th, 10th, and 11th. And Mike, I did see him out today on Crestwell. Dominion was out doing spraying the grass, and there's a couple of curbs that they had to fix that they messed up during the stuff, so the neighbors were real happy about that. Trees down, took out power last weekend on Crestwell. Thanks to the neighbors that pitched in, they were out from Saturday to Wednesday. The one street, rather large street, tree, hit one that hit another, sparked a lot. It was a pretty loud, I happened to be at a birthday party 2 streets over and heard it when it hit. And pretty scary for those people. They were out of electricity for a couple, from Saturday, like I said, from Saturday to Wednesday. But the neighbors pitched in, helped everybody out, and it's nice to see a couple trees down this weekend as well with the weather. But hope everybody has a very happy Easter. If you get a chance, drive down Grand Boulevard. Easter did go up again at 265 Grand Boulevard. I kind of go crazy decorating for all the kids in my front yard. So if you get a chance, kids, stop, take pictures. Just don't walk on the lawn. You'll squash the eggs, because there's about 900 of them out there. In a report.
Thank you. Mr. Janutus.
Thank you.
No report.
Mr. Fluharty.
I just want to remember, you forgot something.
Oh,
No, her.
I did.
April 24th is the first of the ward meetings.
Oh, I was saving that for
You
you.
there? You had too much cheer on Saturday night.
Oh, no cheer, no cheer.
Ward 3 and Ward 1 will be the ward meeting. Trying to think what else. Oh, you got Easter eggs, you got candy inside?
No,
No, I'm not stopping. Happy Easter, everybody, and go Yukon. In the report.
Mr. Smith.
Good evening. As was mentioned, ward meetings are going to be starting pretty soon here. 1 and 3, 24th of April, wards 2 and 4, 8th of May, and wards 5 and 6, 22nd of May. In saying that, the boundaries have changed in the city as far as billing, or the wards have changed. So how would that be put out to the residents, or will the city do that, or?
Yeah, Board of Elections will. There is one piece that I will check to see if the county hasn't updated yet or not. There's a great tool on our website where you can go in there and enter in your address, and it'll give you specific information as far as school information, council representative, ward, or voting precincts. All of that is listed. Now, I don't know if the county has, because it's on our website, but we pulled data from Cuyahoga County, so.
Last week it hadn't been updated.
Okay, it has not been updated yet.
From last week, I don't know.
Okay, I will check on that, but that's one way where individuals can find out, but Board of Elections will also be.
You sending that stuff out? Okay.
Mayor, it's my understanding that, the new wards won't take effect this election because they've already sent out probably absentee ballots, and they've already prepared their printing, so the November election will be when the new wards take effect. So wherever ward you were in last time, voted that location, is my understanding.
Oh, they gave us.
Or they changed the location.
I just got it in the mail today.
Gotcha.
You know, that was the reason why I was asking, because I know in November, I have to run again, so I was just wondering how or when they were gonna put that out. So I guess the May is good, so, but November, we should have that out in the report.
Thank you. Mr. Asbury.
Thank you, Mayor. Just to mention it again, the computer and the hazardous waste roundup, 2 weeks, April 17th through 21st and April 24th through 28th. And it's at the service garage on 100 Solon Road. Drop-off times are 8 AM to 3 PM. There's no after-hour drop-offs. Do you know, they usually throw a Saturday in there for the people that can't make it during the week, and I didn't see it listed.
Yeah, I will find that out tomorrow. I was wondering, as you were saying that, I was referencing, but I'll check and
Okay.
I'll put that out in this week's memo, and then we'll also post that information online.
Second, Saturday, May 13th, BDA's 5th Annual Chocolate Walk. Tickets officially went on sale yesterday, and those are available at bedforddowntown.org. There's a link that will take you right to the Eventbrite site to purchase your tickets. There will be 200 walk tickets and 50 prize tickets available. 5 main prizes and then 50 of the prize pool prizes. So get your tickets. Hopefully we sell out. Broadway was mentioned. Parents, I want you to talk to your kids, parents, grandparents, guardians. It seems like, and it's not a new trend, because I'm sure we've all done it at one time or another when we were kids, but ding dong ditch, where you go up and knock on a door and run. Seems kind of harmless, but there have been several reports around the neighborhood lately. There was one Friday night where a group of kids, I don't know if they meant to do it or not, but one of the houses, the front door, older aluminum door with the bottom panel, got completely pushed in. Again, it may have been accidental, or it may have been on purpose, I don't know. But if it was, either way, that's criminal damaging for youth, and we don't want that, right? So there was a couple reports in Garfield today also. I don't know if it's kids are out of school, for Easter break or spring break or whatever, and it's just kind of bored. Talk to them and have them not do that, please, because you don't want a record on your 10 or 11-year-olds. Record, for criminal damaging at such a young age. Plus, you don't want them to damage other people's property. So have a talk with your kids. We have had some wicked weather the last couple weekends, and from what it looks like, there's a possibility of some storms, maybe some severe storms on Wednesday, and some high winds, so keep an eye on that. And have a happy Easter and a report.
Thank you. Let's finish up our new business. Ordinance number 29-23.
An ordinance providing for the adoption of new matter in the codified ordinances of Bedford to approve, adopt, and enact the February 2023 replacement pages to the codified ordinance of Bedford, Ohio, to repeal certain ordinances in conflict therewith or deemed obsolete, and declaring an emergency. And I believe it also includes the charter amendments, so.
Yeah, this is something we do twice a year, just to keep our records current. I have a motion for suspension by Fluharty, second by Spinks. Call the roll, please.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Motion for third and final by Saunders, second by Smith. Well, that's what it is. Just update our codified ordinance, so our books that we have here are up to date and all our, and it does get posted online, and it'll all be in there. Our clerk takes care of all of that and keeps us up to date. Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Ordinance number 30-23.
Authorizing the city manager and the finance director to enter into a contract with Simplex IT for the replacement of the existing Sophos firewall at City Hall and declaring an emergency.
Motion for suspension by Asbury, second by Smith. Call the roll, please.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Motion for third and final by Spinks, second by Janutus. Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. This is an IT upgrade, as stated in the ordinance. It was something that we met with our IT company earlier this year. The existing firewall is nearing its end of life, and that does cover all of the city hall operations as well as fire department. Police department is on a separate server, and thus they have a separate firewall. That was all, those upgrades took place a couple of years ago. So this is the next step in what is recommended we tackle. And it was included in the appropriations, finance director included that in the appropriations ordinance that was approved at the last council meeting.
Call the roll, please.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. And now we have the hearing of citizens. If you wish to speak, please come forward, state your name, your address, and your comment. Seeing none, a motion for adjournment by Saunders, second by Asbury. Call the roll, please.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Gee, thanks for coming.